Hi, welcome to the podcast about podcasting. My name is Sheila Cole and I'm a teacher at West Appear Middle School. However, the site that I'm using is screencastomatic.com, and I'm going to be able to walk you through all the steps that we use to podcast, and one of their options at the end is to upload this to YouTube. And so to get this to you as quickly as possible, I think that's the option that I'm going to use. If I were to use what I'm doing right now in a podcast, you would have heard theme music and then an introduction. You'll hear this segment, a transition, and then you'll hear another segment about podcasting, and it would kind of be all together in one theme. But again, I'll probably upload it to YouTube just to get it to you as quickly as I can. My intention here is to just walk you through what we do. You may find things that work more easily for you. You may find better sites. Please feel free to share because I'm always looking for ways to make this much more easy for students to do. All the sites that I'm going to be using today are free. We're going to be using Audacity to record. Once you record, if you want to get it out to the masses, you have to have a place to host it. We will be using Podbean, which I already have an account. It's free. It does have a limit to the amount of file usage that you can have, but I have not met it yet. And then I like to take it one step further, and because I have a class blog already, I do try to put everything on my blog. I will be posting it here so that students can access it along with the other things that we normally do. So let's get started. Audacity, as I said, is a free program that you can download. You do want to change it to microphone, and you will need a microphone to record. These are the main buttons that you will be using. This is record, this is stop, and pause. Although I do let students play around with the other ones just because they're kind of fun. You will eventually need to export as an MP3. Sometimes it will say that it cannot find the lame.enc thing. I call it the lame encoder. I don't know if that's the official name for it or not. If I'm at home, I do a search for it, or I can download it. If I'm at school and it says that we need it, I do a search for it, and if I can't find it, I do have to ask the help desk to download it for us. That's one of the problems that we run into. To record, I'm simply going to press this. Hello, welcome to the West Appear School District. Okay, and I stop. Now I did do a little cough in here, and this is one of the beauties of Audacity, is you can get rid of things that you don't like. You can also add effects. Notice right now they're light colors, but if I highlight the sections that I want, I can do an effect there, and that's kind of fun for students to play around with, and they see what pitch and speed are, so we incorporate that into our science unit. If I want the whole thing to have an effect, I can do that. One of the other great things is that you can import audio from other places. This is how we create our big podcasts. I have students use Audacity to record their little segments. They export them as MP3, and I'll show you how to do that in a second, to their flash drive, bring their flash drives to me, and then I can put together the whole podcast. If I wanted to, I could import music and put that in the front of this, and then I could put a transition here. This is just real user-friendly when you want to edit it all together. For the sake of today, I'm just going to use this segment here. So I'm going to export it as an MP3, export it to wherever you normally do. I have kids save it to their drive, but then I also have them save it to their flash drive. So we're just going to call this welcome because that's what I want to do. Obviously, I would have listened to this before saving it. You can change tags if you want to. This is usually the only one I do for sure, but you can add the other information in there if you want to. That way, if you have it on an iPod, that will all show up. Okay, so now it's in my file because it's been exported. I need to go to Podbean and host it. So I'm already logged in. I'm going to go to Publish a Podcast. Okay. I want to upload. These are already the ones that I have that are being hosted by this site that are on my Podbean site. I'm going to add more. Okay. Browse where I normally go. Okay. Sorry, my computer's running a little slowly here tonight. Right, my welcome is there. I'm going to open it up and upload. And obviously there is a size limit. Okay, that one was really quick. Sometimes they take a little longer and you have to have a little patience. I usually wait a step or two after it says okay, because I have gone in the past to publish right away and it said, oh, nope, sorry, it failed. So I kind of give it just a couple seconds to make sure that it's there. Okay. Go to publish. When you publish, you do have to give it a tag. So I'm going to do West Appear. You do have to give it a title. I'm going to call it welcome. You could fill in this information if you want to, totally up to you. select from account. Since I've already got something here, I'm going to do welcome. I've never really used this, but I'm wondering if this is where you could go to just download it from your own computer. And then I publish it. And then at the top it will tell me post saved. Okay. It's going to take me to my site. And then where I'm going is where all my podcasts are, and that could certainly be your last step if you'd like. But I choose to do the embeddable code. So you'll notice here is my welcome. This is one that I had done before, so please don't think that it went twice. I could hide the player, I could play this in a pop-up, I could download it, I could do the embeddable player, and that's what we're going to do in a second. But there are other options that you have over here on the side. Notice that I can add it to iTunes. If you do, it will go to iTunes. They will either approve it or not approve it. And then you have your iTunes iPod account. And I actually do have this all goes through this goes through iTunes, which you don't have to have an iPod to access. You can just play iTunes on your computer as well. So I want the embeddable player because that's what I take and put on our blog. And you do not have to go this extra step if you don't want to. This would be a perfectly fine place to stop because you listen to it right here. When you go to the embeddable player, you have two embeddable players that you can choose from. It's a gray one or a black one. I usually choose the gray one. Okay. Copy this whole thing. And then I go to paste it in there. I've already pasted one in here just so you can kind of see it is powered by Podbean. That means that this site is linking to Podbean. It's not my blog that's playing it. This is sometimes difficult to get at school, so kids will go home and listen to things there. Or I do ask if it can be, unblocked for a moment while I'm using it. Okay? But that's how you would put a whole podcast together. Hopefully this has helped you a little bit. Please feel free to contact me anytime or send ideas this way too, because again, as I said, I'm always looking for ways to make this easier. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.